What's going on, Raider Nation? Welcome back to another episode of the Raider Critique. I'm Raider Gunn. This is your post-game Week 10 review for the Kansas City Chiefs against our beloved Las Vegas Raiders. And, well, we absolutely took an L on this one, losing 41-14 and dropping out of first place in the AFC West. I don't have any real cool backdrops made. I wasn't going to sit there and waste my time over this, but I am going to go over our stats manually and vocally. Derek Carr went 25 of 35 for 261 yards, 7.5 average, 2 touchdowns, 1 ugly interception. He was sacked twice for 12 yards. His quarterback rating was a 58.7. Rushing. Derek Carr was our leading rusher with 3 carries, 18 yards, averaging 6 yards a carry. His longest was 9. Kenyon Drake, 4 carries, 16 yards, average of 4. His long was 12. And Josh Jacobs, 7 carries, 16 yards, an average of 2.3 with his longest of 5. Receiving. Bryan Edwards, 3 receptions. He was the number 1 on 4 targets. 3 receptions, 88 yards, 29.3 average, 1 touchdown. His long was 37. Hunter Renfrow, 7 of 46, 6.6 average, 1 touchdown on 9 targets. 15 yards was his long. Deshaun Jackson, 1 reception, 38 yards, 38 long, where he fumbled and completely changed the momentum of the game. We're going to talk more about that here in a minute. Darren Waller, 4 for 24. Zay Jones, 1 for 22. He was targeted 3 times. Josh Jacobs, 5 for 20, average of 4. His longest was 12 yards. He was targeted 5 times. Kenyon Drake, 2 receptions, 15 yards, average 7.5. His longest reception was 9 yards. He was targeted 3 times. Alec Ingold, who we have lost for the year with a torn ACL, 1 reception for 5 yards, and Jalen Richard, 1 reception for 3 yards. Fumbles. Yep, fumbles. Deshaun Jackson, 1 fumble. It was lost, and of course we didn't recover it. Foster Moreau had a fumble recovery. Defense. Denzel Perryman, 11 total tackles, 7 solos. Jonathan Abram, 10 total tackles, 4 solos. Nate Hobbs, 6 total tackles, 5 solos. Trayvon Moehrig, 6 total tackles, 5 solo. Corey Littleton, 6 total tackles, 4 solo, 1 for a loss. Brandon Facion, 6 total tackles, 4 solo. Leave it, 5 total tackles, 5 solo. Max Crosby, 5 total tackles, 3 of those were solo. Jonathan Hankins had 5 total tackles, 2 of those were solo. He had a tackle for a loss. Quentin Jefferson, 3 tackles, 1 solo. Solomon Thomas, 3 tackles. Casey Hayward, 2 tackles, 2 of those were solo. Desmond Trufant, who finally saw the field, 2 tackles, 1 of those was a solo tackle. Mr. Square, 2 tackles, 1 of those were solo. KJ Wright, 1 tackle. Zay Jones, 1 tackle. D. Helm, 1 tackle. AJ Cole got in the mix with 1 tackle. Diablo got a tackle. Mr. Stoner got a tackle, and even Cleveland Farrell got a tackle. Okay? Going over the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, looking like the all-star that he has not looked like all year long, went 35 of 50 for 406 yards. 8.1 average, 5 touchdowns. Count that shit. 5 touchdowns. 5 touchdowns. D. Williams had 11 carries for 43 yards. Man, I don't even want to fucking go over this. Alright, I don't even want to go over this. DeSean Jackson, what were you doing? You look like three blind mice out there, man. You had no idea which way you were supposed to run. You caught the ball. You looked so damn surprised that you even had the ball in your hand. I don't know why in the hell you look like a squirrel out there running in the middle of the street, but that's exactly what you look like, and we paid for it. That play right there, that play right off the bat, is the momentum shifter that this game had. We were down. We could have easily been down by 3 points at one point, and that just didn't happen. We were actually up, or we were down 14-17 when DeSean Jackson had that fumble. So we were down by 3. It was a complete momentum shift. Now we lost Alec Ingold to a torn ACL. Speedy recovery to Alec Ingold because we were literally having to use Foster Morrow as a fullback because we don't have another fullback on the roster. Although that we did sign one to the practice squad this week. I believe that his last name is Sutton. I don't know how good he's going to be, but more than likely he's probably going to see some burn. He's probably going to get some playing time, especially if Alec Ingold is gone for the season. Now, of course, the Raiders have not come out and said that he's going to be gone for the season, but they're not very optimistic that we're going to see him anytime soon. All right, the Chiefs have been down at the bottom of the barrel all year long. All year long. But then as soon as they come to play us, they beat the brakes off us. At home, just like last year. Now, I don't get it. Derek Carr did not look mentally focused. You could definitely tell after the DeSean Jackson fumble, Derek Carr checked out. Completely checked out. Was heaving the ball down the middle of the field, making it look like a wounded duck. One of them got picked off, and luckily the other one fell on green turf. Josh Jacobs, not running the ball efficiently. Offensive line, stupid penalties and false starts. Now, don't even get me into the penalties because we didn't even catch a single holding call until the third quarter when our whole damn defense was being held all of the first half of the game. Now that's not biased. That's not fucking me just being a Raider fan. That everybody saw that shit. And we basically lost our ass in the middle of prime time on Sunday Night Football. We have one more primetime game left, which happens to be on Thanksgiving, where we're probably going to get our asses handed to us by the Dallas Cowgirls. We can't play football like this. This was completely unexcusable. This is an absolute embarrassing moment and another tarnish upon our shield. We were supposed to be different. This team was supposed to be different. This team looks like we are having the mid-season collapse like we do every year after the bye week. We start off really hot, and then we fuck up. And just absolutely plummet the rest of the season. So what is it that we actually have to do? What is the actual excuse that I have for this football team on this episode? Well, you know what? I ain't got no fucking excuse. And neither should they. There's no excuse for losing like this, especially to a division rival who obviously came to play. We are now 1-2 in division. We are 5-4 on the record, and we are now third in the AFC West when we literally could have just won this game and been in sole possession of first place. Man, these motherfuckers. What the hell? How are you slowly learning how to unplay the game of football? We can't get a single solitary good rushing game out of this team. Relying way too much on Derek Carr. And Derek Carr is making mistakes because he is mentally checked out. And the reason why he's mentally checked out, well, off-season woes. We have a special teams coach as head coach because our head coach was a fucking idiot and did some emails and got his ass fired, which in turn he was probably the moral support for Henry Ruggs not to fuck up. And with John Gruden gone, obviously Henry Ruggs fucked up, got in that major car accident, killed that poor woman and her dog, and is now not even on the team anymore, who is replaced by Deshaun Jackson, who can't even run the right direction after making a catch. Derek Carr doesn't look good right now. Now, you've known me to back Derek Carr all the time. I have been a Carr apologist over and over and over. He said, oh, well, maybe we just need an offensive line and he'll do good. Oh, maybe we just need a defense and then he'll do good. All right, we've already taken care of both. The offensive line might not be great, but they give him enough time to throw the football, and Derek Carr is just mentally checked out. Mentally checked out. And obviously, good old Bisaccia, even with as good as a coach as he is not a motivator. Because if he was a motivator, he would have motivated this team to put us on top of the AFC West and Peter rolled the Chiefs. But that didn't happen. We were completely outcoached. We were completely outmatched. We gave up so many yards down the middle on defense. So many yards down the middle. Travis Kelce had a heyday on us just like he always does. And when it wasn't going to Kelce, it was being swung out to the damn running backs or gone deep to Tyreek Hill. We did not look focused at all. And all of these off-the-field incidences. As a matter of fact, last time you guys saw me, it was before the ass whooping that we took from the Giants. And then, second week in a row, here we go. We get absolutely crumbled by the Queefs. When is this team going to smarten up and play football the way it is designed to be played? I understand that we play the referees too, and we're also playing against the NFL because the NFL hates us, but we also have an opponent that we have to face. Now, I've seen us win games with all three factors stacked against us. Why couldn't we do it this time? Why? Because I can tell you why. There's too many off-the-field incidents that have taken the team and taken their thought process and their focus away from the game of football. Now, I'm not a fucking NFL player, but I can tell you what, I would have probably played fucking better on Sunday than any of these fucking assholes would have. This is a fucking joke. This team is the laughing stock of the league. We lost to the lowly Giants, who, by the way, are not a very good football team. And the Chiefs have had their struggles and have had their issues. And we couldn't even put up 21 points on them, let alone hold them to around 24, which is what we need. Our defense, they might as well have not even been on the field. And our offense, man, we should have just punted the ball on first down. Every fucking drive, we should have just punted the ball on first down. It would have looked a whole hell of a lot better than what the hell we got going on there on Sunday night. This is some absolute bullshit. This team, by far, is an utter disappointment. Offensively, defensively, special teams, from the quarterback to the running back to the offensive linemen to the tight ends to the wide receivers, you're all a bunch of jokes. Now, but we know that this is not what it's supposed to be like. We've seen you guys play better than this. We know you can play better than this. So how about you buckle down and start playing football? We just got our asses handed to us by the Queefs, man. This was a must-win game. A must-win game. But no, you guys decide to go full kindergarten and forget how to fucking play the game. What a bunch of whelps. You guys need to fucking pull your heads out your ass and start playing the game the way it's supposed to be played. Rich Bisaccia, man, I understand this is your first tenure as head coach, but you were out-coached by Andy Reid. By that fat son of a bitch on the other sideline. You were out-coached by that ketchup and mustard-wearing fat bastard. He took your whole scheme, wrapped it up nice and tight, and stuffed it right up your ass. Are you guys not preparing for these teams? Are you not game planning? Are you taking a break when you're supposed to be at practice? What the fuck are you guys doing? What are you doing? I can tell you what you're not doing. You're not fucking playing football. You're not playing football. A high school team could whoop your ass right now. You guys fucking suck. Now pull your heads out your ass and get the fuck back on the field and give us a W for the Bengals. Because if we wind up losing to the Bengals, you might as well go ahead and kiss playoffs goodbye. We had such high hopes for this team. We were saying we were playoff bound. This team's different. We lose next week and we're fucking done. We're done. And then we got the Cowgirls on Thanksgiving. You know, if we lose next week, we all might as well just stop watching because this team ain't going to go nowhere. Team ain't going to go nowhere if they can't pull their heads out of their asses and play the goddamn game the way it's supposed to be. I'm the fucking Raider Critique. I'm also Raider Gun. This fucking episode is over. Fuck you motherfuckers for not playing the game the way you were supposed to, Raiders. How about you prove me wrong next week? Fucking cocksuckers.